hit the like button, whatever it is, because we got everything y'all need, man. Listen, and what you ain't looking for, you gonna be looking for it then.
Scribe or Deebo gonna whoop your ass.
Listen, brother,
I see.
TJ is in the hospital for a lung issue. I guess he I don't know exactly what happened, but they're saying, he was in the hospital. So the initial report was a lung issue. Let me look at this real quick.
Yeah, let's get what they say.
So later on, it came out that the latest report said that TJ was hospitalized for some lung discomfort after a treatment session at the Steelers facility. Joe.
Yes, sir.
A treatment session. What do you get from that, Joe?
I get treatment session. We're meaning so this, when I first started listening to this and I hear the lung stuff, like you're initially thinking like, all right, it happened at practice. So if it's at practice, it's like that's where somebody you can run into somebody, get some contact where boom, lung, boom. But this one is saying in treatment. So I know very well as you do, treatment is where you're getting worked on, you're getting massage, you're getting you can get dry needling, you can get acupuncture, things like that. Dry needling. So I would say that maybe it's going to the point of dry needling, something like that, where right now I'm saying he gets hospitalized. Dry needling is something that can actually puncture the lungs, something where Tyrod Taylor, that happened, that the staff did to him.
Well, they were trying to numb something, I think, on him.
No, I feel you, but I'm just saying that didn't come out at the same time. But it's like the same thing. It's just puncturing, like when your doctors at the facility are actively putting a needle inside.
Not a doctor.
No, not doctors. You're not doctors. The staff, the training staff. The training staff. We don't know who it is in the training staff. So that's where I'm with it, where I think that it was more of a, a treatment thing where and for the Steelers, they're going to obviously right now protect. You keep everything on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like if something happened where now we'd be looking like, oh no, who did it? Who was working on TJ? Like it's going to be a whole lot of those questions. So right now it's a lot of damage control probably going on. But for me, that's scary. Like, you're talking about puncturing lungs. You're talking about having to be immediately.
Well, here's the issue. I know in PA, you can get your license to dry needle as long as you're a licensed physical therapist. And it only take like 50 hours. So you go and do 50 hours over, a couple months, and now you're licensed to dry needle. And what people don't understand is just because you're licensed don't mean you know what the hell you're doing. Like, I'm not letting anybody dry needle me. If you ain't went and put in 15, 20 years, I'm not letting you dry needle me. And I'm talking about somebody that they do that on a weekly in and out basis, 10, 15, 20 years of work, because everybody's anatomy is not the same. You can go and stick a needle in a dude that got a lot of fat on him in his back and not touch a lung. A guy that got less fat, you can't take that same needle and put it there. You can mess around and go into somebody's trap here and puncture their lung, depending on how much little fat you got there too. So with that being the case, like, it needs to be more than just you're a physical therapist and now you go and take 50 hours over, a couple months, and now you're licensed to actually go in here and work, especially work on professional athletes. Like, this is like their bread and butter. Teams like should be like, yo, no, we should get somebody that actually does this, instead of being like, you know what, let's just go and send one of our people get licensed so we can do it and just have it legally done. No, go and pay the money. You can get somebody that actually knows what they're doing and been doing it for at least a decade or more, and you have actual, like reviews or people that saying, yo, I've had this treatment, and you watch them work. Like, I'm watching you work before I let you put some needles in me. And that, like I said, and on top of that, you got to have 10 more. I'm not just letting you put no needles in me, brother.
No,
I'm with you. I think 100% that this is something along those lines. But I mean, like you said, we won't find out probably until later on down the line,
I just hope and pray, because anytime you start talking about the lung stuff, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? He had to go get to the emergency room, get to the hospital immediately to making sure everything's okay. So I don't want to. I just
Well, from my understanding, he's still there. So,
yeah.
like, you talking about something. What was it? Wednesday, they said, and
Mm-hmm.
we're on Friday now, and he's that's not that's not a small thing, you know.
No. That's it, and it's traumatic. Honestly, like you never know how TJ's feeling. He's still in the hospital. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I would hope to know like what was actually happened, like what kind of treatment he was getting, what was going on. You know how
Mhm.
teams and everything, when you really want to, you hear something about a man, you want to know what's going on. We want to get the inside, so you don't want to guess or anything. But at the same time, the Steelers and everybody on that side is probably going to try to keep it in house as long
Oh
as
yeah,
possible.
no
But the more
question.
that
I
we
mean, you
find
know
out,
how it goes. We all know we've been there.
for
Everything is
sure,
trying to
you
be kept in house, no matter where you're at. If you're
you
with the
got
Steelers,
to.
the Browns, whoever, it's
Mm-hmm.
everything is for the most part trying to be kept in house. But the Steelers, I guess we're at a decades long run that they say may be coming to an end, and I guess that's the not having a losing season as a organization since 2003, I think was our last losing season. So it's been 2004 to now. Um, what are you? And then I think Mike is, what, 18 years of that or something like that.
Yeah.
What you think it's going to end? Are you proud of the run? What do you think, Joe?
But I think that's more of your. I want to listen to. I want to hear your answer to this question first, because I'm more
Okay.
here. Just Debo, you're kind of more vested.
Okay.
You're saying you got the Super
Yeah,
Bowls.
I'm a little
You're
bit,
more
little
you're more
bit.
still in history than me.
Yeah,
So I just
yeah.
want to know, but no, like, how do you feel about it?
So I'll say this. So
Yes.
basically, from 2004 until the present, we've had a winning season, or we haven't had a losing season, I should say.
Mhm.
Um, that's great. We also had, two Super Bowl championships. That's
Mhm.
great. So from 2004 to now, Mike Tomlin came in 2007, 2008. We won a championship. We also won one in 2005. So with that, I think he inherited a great culture. Along with a defense that in 2000, what was it, six was ninth ranked defense. He kept the staff. He kept the staff together. They stayed together.
Mhm.
He allowed that. Great move. Applauding for that. In 2007, we ended up when his first year, we were one. We were 1-5-2-1-1. So from 2007 to 2012, we were 1-5-2-1-1. Now in 2013, it dropped to a 13. In 2014, it dropped to an 18. Now the narrative was Dick LeBeau's defense didn't work anymore, and that was false. Now Dick LeBeau's defense worked fine when you had players in there who knew the defense. I was in Cincinnati in 2013. Okay. So I wasn't there, but I believe that at that time, LeBeau was made to start younger or rookie players that didn't have a full understanding of the defense. And I believe that because in 2013, I had a player call me and he said this right here. He said, they just pulled me from being a starter because, quote, it's nothing you did wrong. We just want to see what so and so can do. I'm not putting names in there.
Mhm.
Okay. And that right there caused the defensive rankings to drop. It went all the way down in 2014 to an 18. His contract, Coach LeBeau's contract, was not renewed then because it was stated or believed that his defense no longer worked. Okay. So in 2015, it was a change of DCs, and I believe we dropped to 21. Now, that was in cause because the Dick LeBeau defense that we ran was no longer the true Dick LeBeau defense. It was tweaked by coaches that wanted to do something different they thought would work better or would
Mhm.
fit the player's abilities better. But when you go and you tweak that, it causes your defense that you're trying to protect that one weakness from. Every defense has one weakness, just like
Yeah.
offenses. When you do that, it causes and creates more issues. So like 2016, I think we ended up getting to like a 12. I think that was the highest that we were at 12. We ended up going to New England and we lost the AFC Championship.
Mm.
Now, over the next 4 years, the defense got significantly better. So from 2017 to 2020, I believe the defense was high as a
That's when your
three.
boy. That's when your boy
Right.
came back time.
So they were high as a three, and I believe the lowest it was a six.
Mm.
Now, if you look at that, everybody want to say, okay, well, TJ, speaking of TJ is not, he ain't got it no more. That's a lie.
That's a
TJ
lie.
got it. So if you look at the numbers from 2017 to 2020, TJ, when he first started, he might have been doubled 5% of the time, if that, up to maybe 20%, a little more in 2020. So the defense is 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is. It's no lower than a 6 over
Yeah.
those 4 seasons, right? Now you get to 21 and TJ is being doubled 30% or more. Okay. To now, he's almost being doubled 70%. Now, why do I say this? Because you changed the defense. Now, when you changed the defense, it was other defenses that Coach LeBeau would go to when that would happen to us. And it looked the same as the defenses we would run where your outside linebackers was coming, but it would be a different blitzer. So when you change the defense, you change what's happening, you change who's where, you take away that fear of looking at 4 different defenses and it's different people coming on each one. Now you done changed it to where someone's here or someone's there, and now you lose the ability to use the threatening defenses because they're going to look different than the defenses that are there that you actually send your guys.
So
So
are they making it look too simple now, you think?
I think now people are seeing it easier because you don't have teeth to go with anything that will look identical to what it was supposed to be versus what it could be. So Coach LeBeau had 4 defenses. They would all look the same, but those 4 defenses would have different people blitzing. So now you got that's why rookie quarterbacks would be like, they were just coming from everywhere. Why? Because he's looking at something that looks the same and he's thinking it's supposed to be this and it's not.
It's totally different.
And it's that. Yeah. So like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. When I retired in 18, dude, I thought like we were about to get a championship because the offense was ranked like 4. The defense was ranked like 6. And we didn't even make the playoffs, bro. 17, when I was in New England, I was looking to face them. They got bounced out the first round by Jacksonville.
Yeah, that was the worst.
And now, you fast forward to the day, we're 8, 9 years in, we ain't got a playoff win, but we ain't had a losing record. Along with, hell, we lost to you bums in 20. Sorry. Baker Mayfield went crazy on us.
I was on the team. First snap was over my man Ben head. It was a bad day.
Dude, so it's great to not have a losing season, but that's not the Steelers organization. Like, that's not the goal. Like, the goal when we get in there is not to have a losing season. It's to go in there and win championships. And right now, dude, our goal, I feel like, has been switched over to not having a losing season. And the standard of what it was for championships has been lowered to a winning season. And that's not the Steelers that we were built on or the organization, period.
No, I feel that. I feel it. I mean, I think, like you said, I think the big thing since when 2017, I can only speak when I was there, 2017, that year.
I wish you got a chance to play in Coach LeBeau's defense, dude.
I do too. The thing is, Deebo, I just know that it's a lot of like I'm smart. I would like to call myself a smart football player. I played in a lot of different defenses. I played cornerback, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. So when I first got to the league, like you said, just learning man to man, learning different defenses, and then I'm getting a bunch of different D coordinators. So I'm learning just all different types. So by the time I got to Pittsburgh, I would like to give Coach T and them credit because the one thing I knew is I was smart. So I knew when I went into the game plan, what we needed to do to win. You know what I'm saying? What they were going to try to go after, what we needed to do. Show me my stuff. So I think from when you saying it, younger players are kind of you need to have those vet players to teach you what's going on, the ins and outs of the defense, because you won't be able to learn it in an off season, in a training camp.
No,
You know what I'm
you
saying? It's
can't.
just way too much. So just being able to pass the torch and being able to get them that
Especially
knowledge.
LeBeau's defense, dude.
No, I feel you. I feel you. I just say for me though, I just know for me, it was just I was rocking with Coach T because I knew what I had to do, and it just made it easier for me. Do you know what I'm saying?
So you like, or you're where are you standing on it coming to an end?
I am with it coming to an end,
Possibility, I should say.
with the possibility of it coming to an end. I am understanding because you can't be in a spot for so long and then it's not going the way it's supposed to be going. You're not showing the trajectory of it getting better and better and better. It's a lot of just 8 and 8s, 8 and 8s. So with Coach T, I think he's a great coach. He can go do this somewhere else. Bring him to Cleveland.
Oh,
If
it's
he wants to go
100%, dude.
like
If they
he
were
could,
to let him go at the end of
it
this
would
season,
be
he would have a job
for
before
sure.
he hung the phone up.
1,000%. But that's because that's why two things could be the same. Like Coach T is a great coach, but maybe the situation there is just a little, maybe a different voice, a different change of tune. I don't know because it's not like I don't think Coach T is not a good coach. I think Coach T is a great coach. When I went over there and started playing for him, just the what I knew what I needed to do, what he told me before the games, just when you come into the team meeting room, I knew we were going to get good stuff about what we're playing, what we were doing, what we need to do. Solid. Like he's a great leader of men, in my opinion. With that being said, being in that locker room and having just rotation, being like you said, coming in with a team from like '07 that already has leaders, you don't have to do too much like building of locker room or camaraderie and all that. It's already there. All you got to do is go there, be a good coach, be a leader of men, and let the locker room be ran by the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Once you start being in different draft picks, different draft classes, and that leadership starts to change in the locker room, I mean,
Mhm.
maybe you got to go to another team that already has leadership, already got a good spot, and just needs a voice of a head coach that can be able to set up these pieces. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Coach T's jacked. I think that for Pittsburgh, they want championships. They want to win. This 8 and 8, this little the defense isn't performing as well as it should. So with that being the case, if Coach T was the coach of a lot of other teams and he wasn't performing at a level, it would be able they would have moved on quicker. But it being Pittsburgh and then being kind of nervous and just liking status quo and having Coach T, that's a great coach to have status quo. Coach T would be a great coach for any other squad, you know what I'm saying? But just maybe it's time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's okay that our time is not like Andy Reid and the Eagles. I would go there. They great times. They won. They did good. But it's like, maybe it's not the time right now. You know what I'm saying? That could be the same way.
Okay. I respect that. I may not agree, but I respect that.